here, and today we're going to talk about day bag must-haves while you're in Italy. So we did a 23-day trip to Italy. We 10 days of that was on a cruise. So day bag must-haves on a cruise are just not the same. But day bag must-haves while you're rambling around Italy are for me were pretty important. So one of the things that was a must-have was a bottle of water. It was extremely hot in Italy. We went in June, July. That was the middle of peak season. It's extremely hot and you need to stay hydrated. So I took an aluminum, it's real super lightweight, uh, water bottle that was refillable. And there were fountains all over the place, but that doesn't help you a whole lot if you don't have anything to drink out of. So I took that, and I highly, highly recommend having a bottle of water with you at all times. You're going to start to feel really bad if you don't. Another thing that was a must-have for me, because it was so hot, was a fold-up hand fan. So I was able to fan myself while I'm standing in the train station waiting for the train on the platform in the middle of the sun. So that can be really important for you as well. They make all these cute little battery operated fans that would also be useful. I saw some really cute ones that looked small and they looked like they would fold up. I just had a little fan that folds out and then folds back very, very small. I didn't have a huge day bag, and I didn't want a huge day bag, and I didn't want a ton of weight. That was very lightweight and it was very useful. Other day bag must-haves. So you can see that I've got on a shirt right now that has no sleeves. So a lot of places a lot of churches will ask you to cover your shoulders if they're exposed. Be aware also that they're going to want your knees and knees and above covered. So some of them, especially at the Vatican, they were very strict about this. If you came and your legs were uncovered in a way that if you had on a mini skirt or uncovered shoulders, they were going to give you some sort of little disposable shawl kind of thing that you were going to be asked to cover up with before they would let you inside. So be aware of that. The churches, out of a sense of modesty and respect, they're going to want you to cover your shoulders. Now, I did see a lot of churches where it seemed like nobody was paying attention to that. People were walking in with whatever. But day bag must have. If you're running around like this with bare shoulders, I think either a light shirt that you could throw on over, like a little button-up shirt, or a shawl. I bought a shawl, and I had that in my bag at all times in case I just spontaneously decided that I wanted to go into a place where they were going to want me to cover my shoulders. So I wore a lot of sleeveless blouses because it was so hot. But then I came prepared so that I could go anywhere that I wanted to. I didn't have any skirts that were really, I don't wear mini skirts. I'm too old for that. So I had skirts that came down to my knees. Keep in mind that they have dress restrictions for men as well. If you're traveling with a gentleman, make sure they know what they're allowed to wear in those churches as well. But I always had either a very light shirt that I could throw on if I needed to, or a shawl. So other must-haves, I am very accident prone, so I always had a few Band-Aids in my bag just in case something happened while I was out and about. I also had chapstick, and I had a roll-up hat. So it was a straw collapsible hat that I could unroll and put on to cover my face if I had to stay outside for a long period of time. The one that I liked was open on the top, so it didn't add any, it didn't increase how hot I was. So I have a lot of hair. I don't have to worry about my scalp getting burnt. I've got my own covering up here. But I did have a straw hat that had a brim that covered my face and went around and covered a little bit of my shoulders as well. Also, I had a couple of credit cards with me at all time. I had my passport card, not the passport itself, but the passport card, so that I could, if I needed an ID somewhere, fine. I also had my driver's license in case, somebody thought I looked too young to drink a glass of wine. I had euros, so that one thing to know is a lot of the public bathrooms, you have to pay to use them. Trust me, I know it's kind of away from the way we think about things here, but that translates to much cleaner bathrooms than you would otherwise see. So you need to have some €1 coins so that you can use the restroom if you find one and they charge for it. The bathrooms that don't charge were much nastier. So for example, when you get on the train, you've paid to get on the train, you're not paying anything to get into the bathroom, and the bathrooms were pretty disgusting. I remember one bathroom in particular where the door didn't shut, so I was trying to hold it shut with one hand. It didn't lock. I was trying to hold it shut with one hand, and it had one of these spring-loaded toilet seats where you had to hold the seat down as you were sitting down. It was just insane. And then you're trying to also not let your clothing touch anything because it was disgusting in there. The train bathrooms were pretty gross. So in the train stations, they have those paid bathrooms usually, and those were much cleaner. So always have some euro coins with you in case you or one of the people you're traveling with needs to use the restroom. And you know that they're not going to take dollars anywhere, so you need some spending money. You need some euros with you as well. I always had my sunglasses with me. I always had my reading glasses with me. And that was pretty much it for what I had with me every single day. There were some days where I might take a little something extra. I didn't spend a ton of time standing around outside in the sun, so I didn't take any sunscreen. If you burn easily or you're going to be outdoors a lot, then you might need some sunscreen. And in some cities, you might need some mosquito spray, so keep that in mind. Some cities are much more prone to mosquitoes than others. I didn't really see a lot of mosquitoes while I was out and about, but I did see in some of the hotels, they don't have air conditioning in the common areas, and so the windows are open instead in lieu of air conditioning. And I saw mosquitoes inside in the middle of the day in places like that. Sometimes I saw mosquitoes in Florence, and I saw mosquitoes in Venice. A few, I think. Not many. Mostly Florence. I didn't really see any mosquitoes anywhere else, but Florence was pretty significant in the lobby of the hotel there. But that city is just absolutely amazing. Don't skip it because they have mosquitoes. All right, so I think that covers all of my must-haves in my day bag. I don't use a lot of products. I don't wear a lot of makeup, so those were not things that I would be carrying very much. If I was going to be spending a lot of time in a train station, catching trains, riding trains, I would also have a book or something to read in my day bag. But that was just for the longest train rides. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you will hit the like and subscribe so that you will get all of our future episodes. I look forward to talking to you again. Ciao.